How do you measure a rock superstar? Is it the artist with the most talent? The most money? How about both? How about Prince? His movie, Purple Rain, has grossed over $65 million. The album has sold 11 million copies, and this year the Prince empire will generate $264 million. Prince is hot and everybody wants a piece of him, even the mayor of Washington, D.C.
Therefore, the mayor of the District of Columbia does hereby proclaim today, Friday, November 16th, 1984, as Prince Day in the District of Columbia.
Prince was extremely talented long before he was extremely famous. His first manager in Minneapolis recalls hearing the teenager on tape.
A fellow by the name of Chris Moon, who owned a little 8-track studio, brought me the tape to my office one day. And he said, I'd like you to listen to this tape. And I listened to the tape. And he said, sit down after the tape was finished. And I said, why? He said, well, because it is one kid, he's 16 and a half, he's playing all the instruments, doing all the voices, and he wrote everything. And I looked at him and I said, does he live here?
Husney knew he had a lot more than local talent on his hands.
Immediately we had our sights set on Los Angeles. Let's gear everything towards there. Let's gear him, he is a star. Let's just do what we can to get him there.
He signed with Warner Brothers. 3 years later, Prince split from Husney and found new management.
His managers work for him completely, whereas in many other relationships between entertainers and managers, the management does a certain amount of directing and leading. I think Prince comes up with all the ideas and expects the manager to facilitate them.
What do you dream about?
With an LA management team, Prince was able to fulfill a dream of movie stardom. The role in Purple Rain was perfect for him. He played himself.
They wanted to do a rock movie that had a broad audience appeal. They didn't want to do a cult film, didn't want to do a concert film. They wanted to do a film that had a strong, dramatic spine, that had dramatic progression, that had characters in conflict, rather than simply Prince doing what he does in a forum or an amphitheater or whatever. I always felt the picture was either going to be real big or a total disaster.
Prince is a person who can say that he's going to do something and he can pull it off. And that's what separates, that to me is what creates the magic. There's a lot of people who have a lot of talent that are, you know, hanging out on the waterbed.
There's a certain amount of hype involved, but if I can tell you, I think that hype is an honest part of his character, okay? It's what he might be doing if he were not a performer. I think it's real.
Jonathan, do you know that Prince and I are the same size exactly?
Mm-hmm. That's, well, unless he gets up on his wallet, he'd be a little bit taller than you, I think, I'm pretty sure.
You're just jealous.